After completing the setup of an ESXi server, once we've set up its static IP address, or if you want to connect to it using a DHCP address, if you connect using the web console, as we saw, there's not really a lot that you can do. One of the links that was available on the web console was to download the client. So I have the vSphere client installer here. I'm just going to go ahead and run it. And there's nothing overly complicated to this. This is a standard Windows installation. And we're going to then have an interface which will provide us access to all of the configuration required for an ESXi host, access to its user accounts and so forth, the ability to create virtual machines and access their console. And we really can't do that on the shell of an ESXi server. Now, the one thing that we don't get inside the vSphere client is access to the shell of the ESXi server, but you can install a remote command line interface in order to get access to it. And you can do that in either a Perl-oriented way if you're more of a Unix type person, or there's also PowerCli, which provides a PowerShell interface. It really provides all the functions of ESXi and or vCenter through the PowerShell interface, and we have access to a huge range of commandlets for the various functions of ESXi and vCenter. It's well worth taking a look at for automation purposes. So I'm going to go ahead and let that run. Once it's done, we'll open it and then provide the IP address or host name if we registered in DNS, which of course we should, and the username, typically root if we haven't created any additional users yet on the shell, and whatever password we set for root on the console during the installation.